Welcome back to Tina's Test Kitchen. Today in my kitchen, I am making homemade beef stroganoff. Let's go over those list of ingredients. We're going to be using some petite sirloin steaks that I'm going to cut into small strips. We have our milk for the cream sauce. We have our beef broth, some Worcestershire sauce. Probably didn't get that right, but you understand what I'm talking about. We have some kosher salt. We have some garlic powder, onion powder, ground black pepper, some dill weed, some Dijon mustard, as well as some mushrooms. Now my recipe did call for using fresh mushrooms, but I don't like fresh mushrooms, so I'm always going to substitute those for the ones that are in the jar or the can. I am going to also use some egg noodles, and all of this will be cooked in about 5 to 6 hours in my crock pot. Let's get started. Okay, let's go over our list of dry ingredients as far as the spices go. So with our spices in our bowl right here, we have 1 teaspoon of our kosher salt, as well as our dill weed, and we have a half a teaspoon of our ground black pepper, our onion powder, as well as our garlic powder. With our wet ingredients, we have 4 tablespoons of our Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of our Dijon mustard, as well as 1 jar of our mushrooms, and we are going to do 2 cups of our beef broth. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut our steak into strips. Again, these are just going to be the sirloin fillets that I'm going to use, and it says to cut them into small strips. I am, however, going to trim off a little bit, but not all of the fat on the steak, just because it gives it a little bit more flavor if you leave some of the fat on. Just gonna take away some of that fat. Jeez. Okay, so we're looking for about maybe a 1/4 inch thick slices, about 1 to 2 inches long, so this will work out perfect. Losing my glove. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get these all cut up. All right, so we have all of our beef cut up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the crock pot. We also have our dry ingredients, which is all of our spices. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the crock pot. So our Worcestershire sauce, as well as our Dijon mustard, I'm gonna add that to the crock pot, as well as our mushrooms. And now finally we have our 2 cups of beef broth. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients in the crock pot, the wet ingredients, the dry ingredients with the spices, as well as our mushrooms and the beef. So now we're just going to stir this to make sure that everything is going to be well blended with all of the spices evenly distributed. And then it will cook like this for about 5 to 6 hours.
6 hours later.
All right, so here we are at the point where we are now going to go ahead and add our cornstarch to about 1 cup of our broth. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go ahead and get the broth out. Let me see if I can tilt this up a little. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now here is my 1/4 cup of cornstarch. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the broth. And you just want to mix this well to where there's no clumps that are in here. Okay, so after mixing for about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, what we have is a nice, smooth, creamy looking sauce. So now we're going to add this back to our crock pot to finish cooking with our beef. Okay, so we are about 30 minutes out, 36 minutes actually out from this dish being complete. And again, this is going to be our beef stroganoff. I'm going to go ahead and cook my noodles in with the sauce as well as the meat. So again, these are going to be the egg noodles, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour them in. I'll give it a quick stir. All right, so this should be done in about maybe 30-32 minutes, and we'll give it a taste. Okay, so here we have our beef stroganoff. Again, it smells delicious. I'm gonna add my salt and my pepper. And as you can see, you guys, this dish looks amazing. I like that the sauce is nice and thick, like it should be with a traditional beef stroganoff. So let's give it a try. I'm gonna make sure I have a mushroom, some noodles, as well as a piece of the beef. Should be very, very hot too. You guys, this is so, so good. You can taste the savoriness of the meat. The noodles are cooked to perfection in my taste. I don't like my noodles to be al dente. I do like my noodles to be fully cooked. And this, you guys, is really, really good. This is definitely a home run. Okay, you guys, another great dish from Tina's Test Kitchen. You guys, this dish was incredible. Absolutely amazing. Loved everything about it. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, please hit the like button. If you'd like to support my channel, please make sure that you subscribe. You guys have a great day.